FetchQuest. We have some exciting developments planned and maybe some questions answered. Maybe more than one this time. Kit, you said you were asking to catch us up, right?
No, no, it wasn't. But anyway, last time we finished off the second half of the world's worst family dinner, where we also found out that two family members from different families and not the ones we thought would be vampires are potentially vampires. So that's fun. Uh, Kara went to a doctor's appointment. Doctor's appointment. I don't think that man has a PhD, so I don't think we can call him a doctor. Um, and then we all had a dream about a dark, multi eyed figure or something consuming the city. Except for Damokos, because Damokos apparently doesn't get these dreams anymore, which is why I think it's all propaganda. Fuck the host. And then we woke up.
Cool. So, everybody, you all wake up in your own assorted homes and rooms. So, what's everybody doing? Why don't we start with Damokos? Damokos, what are you doing?
What am I doing? I am, after waking up and getting ready and everything, I'm going to head down to the dining room for breakfast. As much as I don't want to go there right now.
Sure. So, you head down to the dining room, and as you're passing through the hall, you can hear a voice just on the edge of your hearing whisper, "Weak." But when you turn to look, there's no one. I mean, there's no servants in the hall at all. They're not allowed to use the halls.
Doesn't
But yeah, there's no one in within
Does the voice sound familiar? Did it sound familiar to me?
No.
No? Okay. Was there like a direction that it sounded like it came from that I could tell?
It's difficult to tell. In your home, it's
yeah.
The hallways are typically empty, so sound tends to bounce around. It generally seems like it's coming from behind you, but it could, could be misdirection. Could be just the sound bouncing off the stone on stone.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of just glance around, but continue on.
Cool. So you go down to the dining hall where there's no one else in there. There is a chair pulled back on the sort of middle of the huge table, and there is a nice simple breakfast that still has steam coming from it, sitting right in front of the chair.
I mean, I guess I will sit down at it and eat.
Cool.
All things I'm used to.
So Zamakos is eating breakfast. Any plans after you finish your breakfast? Because no one's going to be interrupting you.
I do remember Gabriel saying he was going to be wanting to talk with me further this day. I just don't know when that would be.
Yeah, he didn't specify in the beginning, and it's not like him to specify.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess I'll go see if if I can find my oldest brother at all, see if sister is awake, and if not any of those two, then see if I can see mom, because he hasn't seen his mom in a while.
Sure. So, can't find your brother anywhere.
Of course.
Yeah, that's definitely not foreboding. Sister also is not to be found, but then again, she was always like an early riser.
Hmm.
Your mom is busy speaking with your dad in his office.
Cool. Yeah, I'm not going to interrupt that conversation. I know better. In that case, I am going to make my way out into Moroth, and I am going to go see Fiora.
Fantastic. Okay, so you start to head into the more seedy part of the capital city, heading towards the inn that her family owns. Along the way, you are noticing, what's your passive perception?
It is 11.
11? Okay. Yeah, you're good. Just walking through the seedy city. Everything's fine. Um,
Yep. Let's go with that.
cool. So, yeah, you get to her inn. It's pretty early in the morning. She typically does take later shifts, but she can be found um, occasionally cleaning up in the morning. Let's see if she's there, actually. Another D10. Here it is. Okay, cool. She is not there, but one of her friends that does work as a waitress there is. And she seems to be more cleaning tables right now.
Well, and I imagine the standard clientele is also there.
Yes.
Like last time.
Of course.
Awesome. I am going to. And the friend's just like at the bar.
No, she's
working,
cleaning tables.
cleaning tables. I'm going to go up and get her attention.
Sure. I'm just
And
kind of looks up at you and then just kind of nods in your direction while still working.
I was wondering what time Fiora would be in today.
I don't know if she was working today, but she later on in the evening, around 7, 8 o'clock, if she's working today.
That'll be good. I will most likely be back then around that time.
Okay, I'll warn her.
Thank you. And yeah, that was short and sweet. I guess for the moment, he'll just go back to the estate and try and see if he can figure out what exactly this poison is his dad gave him the other day.
Cool. Where are you going to be investigating this poison?
In my room.
Fantastic. Okay, so while Domikos is investigating the poison, we're going to jump on over to Zahn.
Well, he wasn't planning to do anything today unless James came with something for him. But it's only been a day, so I assume he hasn't found anything yet.
Yeah, there hasn't been much.
Well, then he is just hanging out at home, making sure that there's nothing that needs to be done there.
All right. So, hanging out at home, investigating poison. Francisca, I believe you were with Kara, right? Last night? Yeah.
Yes.
So, what are y'all doing?
Probably waking up. Would be getting properly addressed. My armor, making sure everything is intact. That's on me. And I think I might try to explore this house a little bit. First time being in here and all.
So it's actually a series of houses. You just happen to be in Kara's. Kara, do you want to describe your house a little bit?
Oh. I just want to get up and go find her. There's nothing to explore here. Don't worry about it.
Cool. Instantly running into each other.
Do you have any weird fucking dreams last night? If you say no, that's
Yes.
fine. You did?
Yes. I believe I did.
Black tidal wave, lots of eyes.
Yeah.
Well, fuck.
I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. Say, where's the kitchen in this place? Just looking around.
Oh my god. I'm assuming my family's probably already having breakfast, so I'm just gonna. She has no concern for this whatsoever, so I'm just gonna bring her to the dining room to have breakfast.
So you go into the main house, where your family is indeed sitting down having some breakfast, except for Cass. He is not there.
Is everyone here?
Everyone except for Cass. Well, Cass and your older sister.
But Vedric's here? Finally?
Yeah, Vedric's here.
I'm just gonna gesture for take a seat anywhere.
Yep. Gonna give a polite bow before taking a seat.
Where are the twins?
Well, Flora isn't here. Cass is somewhere. He said he had a meeting this morning with someone, but he wouldn't go into specifics.
Of course not. This is Francisca, by the way. We picked her up on our travels north.
I've heard you picked up something else on your travels too.
Oh shit! Hold on 1 second. Let me go get him. 1 second. Let me go get my noodle. I'm gonna go back and get Noodle because he probably wants food.
Cool. Noodle has devoured most of the metal things in whatever room he was in.
Probably in my room, so that's fine. All right, boy. Let's go get you some breakfast. I'm not bother polymorphing him.
You're just gonna bring a dragon into.
I'm gonna bring a dragon into my house.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
It's fine. I don't know what the rest of the day is going to entail, so I'd rather save the spell slots if I have to bring him out into the city.
That's fair. How would they react?
I'm just mid-sip when I see the dragon. And then I just go back to drinking.
So at first your parents don't quite notice. They seem too engrossed in their conversation, and Vedrick just happens to look up from his plate and sees the dragon and kind of stops. And then kind of looks a little bit to his left. Looks at the dragon again. Pinches his arm. Is that a dragon?
What a magnificent sight, no?
I mean, yes, technically.
Though. How?
I found an egg.
Okay.
We hatched the egg.
Why?
Scientific curiosity.
You know, a dragon destroyed part of the capital of Kel, right?
I've only had him for a couple of months.
Right.
I literally, that was not him. He doesn't even breathe. I actually don't know what he breathes, but it's not fire.
Okay. And at this point, your parents have kind of noticed and are now discussing quietly amongst themselves. Like they've kind of scooted a little bit more together and are discussing quietly. Well, Francisca, you have a good passive.
Yeah.
They are discussing on whether they should allow Carr to keep the dragon, and 2, allow Carr to keep bringing things home. Like whether they should just kind of have her stay at the estate for a while. So, a dragon pops up in Kel, destroys, part of the capital. You find an egg, hatch a dragon, and bring it home.
He wasn't born yet when that happened.
Right, but they're dangerous.
He's trainable.
Really?
By that logic, I'm also relatively dangerous.
You're not.
You did almost kill a god.
What?
Yeah, but
Well, a fake god, the being powerful enough that people start giving sacrifices to type of god. But not actually able to affect things on a material level.
Okay. I have more questions. You fought a god?
I encountered what they call a god, maybe.
Hey,
I am not 100% sure that he's actually a god, because I feel like you can't just trap them like that.
well, I mean, it depends on how clever the person is. But where was this? When you fought a god?
I didn't fight it, I escaped it. Up north.
I want both of you guys to throw a insight check for me, please.
Oh.
All right. So, Francisco, while Kara is explaining out her escaping from a god, you notice that Kara's dad has gotten kind of quiet and looks almost nervous. So, and Vedrick continues. So you're telling me that there's a god running around in the north, possibly hunting you?
I don't think he's not directly hunting me. I just happened to be there. I don't.
It was
Don't-
a more of forced to be there kind of situation. One
Yeah.
doesn't turn down a request from the royalty of the lands up north.
Okay, what
Definitely
royalty?
could, but
This royalty was keeping a god trapped, and you released it, and then
I did not release it.
Can I I'm just gonna say that Francisca is going to keep an eye on their father's reaction as she just says, "The Lord of the Fallen Keep, of course."
I'm gonna make a quick deception.
Technically be considered royalty.
Let me check on that. He seems rather stone-faced, almost like he didn't hear what you said. As he does continue discussing Kara bringing home, just at this point, whatever she can fucking find, and how that's starting to become a problem.
Listen, Joven was a person. Joven was not a pet.
No one thought that except for you and maybe your servant.
I don't know what my parents think. I didn't free it.
Nope.
I wanted to leave. No. Someone has to go and make connections with plans for power that he does not have yet.
Oh, right. Domikos.
Oh no, I'm Zon.
It wasn't the Grey Castle. That's odd. You're saying the Masveric is building up connections up in the north?
He tried, and then, they died, but
So,
Yeah, it seems
Zon. No, go ahead.
I
is this-
regret bringing her home with me.
it seems, I'm a little unclear on the details myself. It was only from second-hand accounts, but it seems whatever machinations that were in place have collapsed. Of course, I would feel regretful about leaving 3 fine heroes without some needed aid.
Heroes? I love you, Kara, but I wouldn't quite call any of them heroes. From what it sounds, they went up to the north, met some royalty, freed a god, angered that god, and then ran away. That doesn't sound like a heroic thing to me.
Didn't free it.
Oh, so it just got out?
The Lord of the Keep is the one that was doing the ritual.
And you just
What?
walked?
At that point, there was nothing else we could have done because we had gotten what we had gone there to get, should have left, but instead we got roped into being bodyguards so that they could perform the ritual.
So they said to you, we're going to perform a ritual to bring a god that's been sealed away out. And then you just said yes?
I did not say yes. Zahn said yes for our entire party.
Gotcha. So you just follow the Masveric around, is what it sounds like.
It's either that or let the two other people that I did trust in that party just go in there and die. Which one of them did die. So
Right, I was gonna ask where your big friend was.
dead. He's dead. He's dead.
Killed by the god that you watched be free. I don't mean to sound harsh on you. It's just I don't. It just seems like there's already so much going on. I mean, have you heard about the South?
No.
Oh, that's right. You're in the North freeing a god. Well, communities are disappearing.
In the South?
Yes.
Like entire towns or like
It's not like towns, but like small villages or even just families are just disappearing. And they found some bodies, but they just it's not good. It's almost the bodies are like if all the moisture was taken out of them.
husks?
Yeah.
Ugh. That is concerning.
That does indeed sound like quite the issue.
Well, I only know because apparently there's been some petitioners going to the Queen, but
Petitioners for what?
aid to help find out what's causing this. The people that are sent to investigate just go missing. Well, good thing we don't know anyone in the South, right?
Either way, gotta make sure Noodle's fed, and then I guess we're gonna have to like go out because all I'm getting is judgment.
Cool. So, you guys finish up breakfast and then you head out. Any specific place you're heading to?
Francisca, is there anything you want to know where? Also, I'm gonna turn Noodle into a dog before we go.
Cool.
I will be honest, I have never really been in Moroth. I have dealt with Morothians, but never in the city proper.
Fuck, I'm gonna wear a stupid mask. This city.
Your family did not approve of you very much, did they?
It's fine. It's the way it's always been.
It is a shame. I meant every word I said.
I am unfortunately the family wild child, so.
Perhaps it has to do with siblings. I was every bit as wild when I was growing up, but being an only child, I may not have had much choice. Approval or disapproval.
I think you'd like Floor.
Hmm?
Cass, you've met Cass.
The stick in the mud one.
Just about. I don't know. It seems like he's more of a stick in the mud lately than normal, but That's what happens when you run the family business, I guess. Shit, I feel like there was something that I wanted to get to take a look at, and I forgot what it was.
Perhaps if you would not mind showing me around the city,
Sure, let's do that.
would certainly help me pick a venue if I'm to be staying in here for a while.
Just gonna take her on a tour of the city.
Cool.
I don't want to go to anyone else's house right now.
All right. So you're heading back. Domicos, you're sitting in your room. How are you investigating this vial of poison your father pulled out of his desk and just handed to you like it was nothing? Which probably speaks a lot to how you grew up as a child.
Yep. Um, well, I could try like smelling it. That doesn't work.
Uh,
Try to go to any of the amount of books we have to maybe find clues.
Sure. So yeah, so you grab a few books on poisons and you're smelling it. It smells rancid. Like this is it smells like death, essentially. It would be very difficult, um very difficult to mask the smell of it. And go ahead and make a investigation check.
16.
16. Cool. With your books, you find that this is definitely not one of the more common poisons that Assassin's Guilds tend to use. Um, this is definitely a higher class poison. And as you're kind of looking and you kind of look up and you have um, a very shiny piece of metal in your room that's used as a mirror because glass is fucking expensive. And when you look up for a second, it almost seems like there's a pair of red eyes in one of the shadows behind you. But then when you turn to look and look back in the mirror, the eyes are gone. Oh, there's the roll. But this poison, it doesn't. Judging from the way that it's like it smells, it doesn't smell like something you'd be able to hide in like food or drink. So it's definitely not a poison that would most likely be ingestible, either more likely contact or through injury. It's definitely not an inhalant because you're not high or poisoned from smelling it.
I am going to first I'm going to kind of look back to where the shadow was.
The shadow is still there. Like it's just the shadow in like the corner of your room.
Mm-hmm.
But the eyes are not there. And when you look back in the mirror, the eyes are gone.
Okay. I am going to go outside and I would like to test the poison just by using a drop on a bug.
Cool. So you find a bug. You place the drop of poison on the bug. It seems very alarmed that something just fell on it, and never mind something that smells like death. So it panics, but it doesn't seem to be dying. And fuck, passive 11. Never mind. Yeah, it seems to be you're more focused on this bug. It seems to be more skittering around and sort of calms down after a minute or so, and just kind of as if it's getting used to the smell, just kind of like keeps moving around. Plenty of servants.
Well, I'm going. I'm gonna watch it for a bit just in case it's like a delayed based on contact. If nothing happens, then I think you'll feel pretty confident that it needs to be like administered to like a blade or something.
Cool. Yeah, after a few minutes, it doesn't really seem this bug kind of scuttles off into the undergrowth. It doesn't really seem to be hampered by it. Just smells like death.
Okay. I will go inside and see if anyone is around or out of meetings at this point in time.
Cool. And hold on. It's weird. Thought I heard my son crying. Yeah. So your mom is out of the meet. Actually, 1 second. Do you mind if we take a quick break? I think my kid's having a nightmare. Just 1 second here.